of being killed by the personality of Godhead himself. She remembered this incident by the grace of the Lord, and her breast flowed blood instead of milk. In many instances, we find that when a mother is moved by affection for her sons, milk flows from her breast. In the case of a demon's mother, the blood could not transform into milk, but it flowed down her breast as it was. Blood transforms into milk. To drink milk is auspicious, but to drink blood is inauspicious. Although they are one and the same thing, the formula is applicable in the case of cow's milk also. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we were discussing last few days about the Lord Varahadeva and Hiranyaksha. We were discussing how Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu appeared in earlier chapters. When Diti and Kashyapa Muni associated in an inappropriate time, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu appeared. And when they appeared, everybody is feeling inauspicious signs across the world. And even Diti was also so much scared about that. And she was approached to Kashyapa Muni, and Kashyapa Muni told that, yes, you beget two demon kids. But even though they are in the demonic in the nature, one thing that we should feel good about them is they are going to die in the hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now the situation came. Lord Varaha and the Hiranyaksha, they were fighting. All the demigods and all the various personalities are witnessing the event. In this event, Mother Diti and Kashyapa also watching this event. And while the fighting is happening, everybody is seeing many inauspicious things. Even Mother Diti is also experiencing some inauspicious things. Yeah. So here in this sloka, Mother Diti's breasts are flowing through blood. So actually, mother's blood will be converted into milk out of her ecstasy and love towards the sun. Whenever that ecstasy is more, spontaneously the milk will come. We all know when Brahma Vimohana Lila happened, Lord Brahma stolen away all the cowherd boys and all the calves as well. When Krishna realized that Brahma stolen away all their friends and all the calves, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He expanded himself exactly like as cowherd boys and exactly like the baby calves. When the cowherd boys went to their mothers, their ecstasy is multiplied by hundreds and hundreds of times. Even by hugging them, spontaneously the milk came out of their breasts. Similarly, when these calves approach to the cows, the mother cows, the mother cow is profusely producing the milk. So the mother's affection or ecstasy is nothing but the milk. Out of the mother's affection and love towards the son, the blood will be transformed into a milk. Otherwise, it was a milk actually. But in Hiranyaksha's case, mother was not so happy the activities of the son. First of all, by seeing the situation, the mother's heart was shudder. That means prakampana. It got shivering. She got shivering. And after that, the blood flown through her vest. This is a very, very inauspicious thing. Even though son is how abominable he is, mother will have some special affection towards the son, no matter how much bad qualities he has, because mother gave the birth to the son. The mother will have some kind of love, even though he's a super demon. But here, Diti doesn't have a pinch of love towards her son. Why? Because her son is fighting against the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. In one of the scriptures, Chanakya Pandita also mentioning that mother will give the birth to a kid, a son or a daughter, in the cost of her beauty. So after giving the birth, mother will lose a lot of her beauty. Even though she will give the birth. But when the son is not behaving properly, especially in practicing Krishna consciousness or in practicing Krishna Bhakti, the mother will be very much sad about that. Mother will feel like that. Why should I give birth to this kind of person? If he's not engaging properly in Krishna's service, what is the use of this soul? So mother will never be happy if son is not engaged in God consciousness activities. So here, similarly, Hiranyaksha was not engaging in the God consciousness. That is fine. On top of that, he is going fighting against to the Supreme Lord, which is making her heart so much morose, so much sadness. And with that sadness, there was no ecstasy, there was no love. So the blood is not transformed into the milk. directly the blood is shedding, blood is coming out of her breast, which is a very, very inauspiciousness. Mm. What is auspiciousness and what is inauspiciousness? And how can we bring auspiciousness where there is an inauspiciousness? Auspiciousness means whatever we are performing for the pleasure of Krishna is auspiciousness. Inauspiciousness means whoever is performing or whoever is doing only sense gratificationary activities, there is no Supreme Lord involved in those activities, that is called inauspiciousness. So, here, out of the sense gratification of Hiranyaksha, he was fighting against to the Supreme Lord. So, it's completely inauspiciousness. Even we can see these kind of activities in our day-to-day life. If you go outside, you will see a lot of sense gratificationary activities. And to satisfy their senses, a lot of fighting, a lot of crime, a lot of things that are going against to the law, law and order, and which is causing a lot of disturbance in the society. So how can I bring the auspiciousness in that situations? Srila Prabhupada used to tell, wherever inauspicious things are happening, if you do Harinama in those places, the inauspiciousness will go off and auspiciousness will start. There are few villages always fight. For any other reason, like for political reason or for some so-called caste feeling or so many unwanted things will be there in the society. So they went and approached an acharya. He advised that do Harinama every day in your village, all inauspiciousness will go off. So they followed that instruction. Immediately the bad things are getting suppressed. Even one time, Srila Prabhupada visited to the London. When before we have a center in ISKCON London, Prabhupada sent 3 couples to the London to establish a center in London. These 3 couples were staying in a small room in front of an estate of one ex-lord. And they have one more bungalow behind that big mansion. And because there were ghosts in that building, no one is dare to go there. And when Srila Prabhupada heard the news, he told that after your Mangalarati, whatever the remnants of the water after you offer to the Lord, go and sprinkle that water in that building and perform Harinama. So all ghosts will run away and auspiciousness will come into that place. So they did, and they sprinkled that water and they did nice Harinam. And after that, they were happily go and stay there, that big building. And they started continuing their establishing temple activities. So even our day-to-day life also, if you're starting any activity, we start with some auspiciousness by invoking some mantras or by doing Harinama or by doing some fire sacrifice or by inviting a cow or some auspicious sadhus. So in that way, if there any inauspiciousness will go off. That's why whenever we do Groha Pravesha activity, we don't know who were there in the previously that home or while constructing, what kind of inauspicious things went on, we don't know. So to make it pure, we will perform Graha Pravesha, means we will bring the cow and we will spring the cow urine and we will perform some Vishnu Yajna, Vishnu Homa, so that if there are any inauspicious evils are there, it will go off. Similarly, wherever Lord is there or his mantras are there, there is no place for these demons or demonic nature or these inauspicious activities. There, Hiranyaksha, to remove Hiranyaksha, Lord came personally and he was fighting and he was trying to annihilate that demon. But whereas in the Kali Yuga, we may not that much qualified to invite the Lord directly, but if you invoke his mantras or chant his mantras, automatically that mantras will remove inauspiciousness. You will feel the good vibration. So this vibration is very powerful, you know. The minute you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or any Vedic mantras, the sadness, the ill feelings, all those things will go off. Wherever you go, you will feel some vibration. If you come to the temple, you will feel some positive vibration. Why? Because there always Supreme Personality of Lord Head will be there, and his vibrations will be there. His devotees always chant. That vibrations will increase the potency of that place because continuous chanting, continuous yajnas are going on. So if you go some mundane place like some casinos or some place, you couldn't feel to stay there. You always very unhappy, even though nobody is coming and disturbing you, but you will feel some disgusting nature because that vibration is not so good. Because everybody who is thinking, who is staying there, they break all the four regulative principles and they will always think about ill about others, which will create a negative vibration in those places. So which will keep you down and which will not you make any happiness. Mm. So here, Srila Prabhupada mentioned one more word. Even it is the same thing applicable for cows as well. So as per the scriptures, we have 7 mothers, our own mother, and the nurse who helped for the delivery of the baby, the king's wife, and the guru's wife, and Mother Earth, and Mother Cow. Like that, we have various mothers. Even cow also will not be happy if the people are not behaving properly. Cow also unable to give milk. As per the predictions of Kali Yuga, at the end of the Kali Yuga, cows cannot produce any more milk, only blood. So why? Because if Kali Yuga is increasing, if Kali is increasing, all inauspiciousness. So cow is also will not have any pleasure or any affection or any love towards the living entities, and it couldn't convert the milk into a blood. I mean, the blood into a milk. So, and that is the situation. And sometimes, without of demonic nature, instead of taking the milk and get the energy of the cow, people try to drink the blood, or that means try to eat the meat of the cow or any other animal. And that is not auspiciousness. Drinking the milk is auspiciousness. Drinking the blood is inauspiciousness, or eating the meat is inauspiciousness. Why? If you drink the milk, Prabhupada mentioned very elaborately in many places, if you drink the milk, our mind will be come to the mode of goodness or mode of the transcendental. Our brain tissues will be softened and our intelligence will be increased. What intelligence? Not the materialistic intelligence. The materialistic intelligence is how to make more money or how to fight each other or how to take over the power of this person or this that is materialistic intelligence. The real intelligence is understanding about ourselves. Who am I? Why I came here? And what is my duty here? What is how can I serve the Lord? That is the real intelligence. To understand our real position. Our real position is Dasa 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 Anu Dasa. We are the servant of Krishna. So, and those things will be automatically enlightened. That's why in the olden days, the sadhus, the great sages, they simply survive on the milk. If you see Sukadeva Goswami's pastime, he goes households, each and every household, and he will stay just for 20 minutes to milking the cow, and he will take a cup of milk and just he will survive whole day. That is the power of the milk. So if you drink just one cup of the milk, you can survive whole day. And the milk will enhance our intelligence and our transcendental nature. So whereas this blood is inauspiciousness, blood or meat. Why? Blood and meat are the mode of ignorance foods, because those are all stale foods. And if you eat those kind of food, you will feel the demonic nature, because that food is not allocated for us. For us, allocated is patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, whatever comes under this category. The beans, grains, leaves, milk, water, all these things are assigned foods for us. The meat and all not assigned for us. That is assigned food for animals, not two-legged people. That is assigned for the ferocious animals. So if you eat such kind of things, inauspiciousness will come. We will also behave like as an animal. So what you eat, what you are. So if you eat sattvic food, you will become a nice sattvic person. The society will appreciate you and your nature. But if you are eating all mode of ignorance food, like drinking the cow milk or drinking the blood and eating the meat, all these things will make you as an animal. Animal doesn't have any good qualities. Animals always fight each other. Animal will not have any higher purpose. Animal doesn't have any goal of life, just getting and ahara vaya nidra maitunamsha, fulfilling these four things and die. But whereas the human has highest purpose. What is the highest purpose? How to go back to Godhead. The purpose of life is Anchakaleja Narayana Smritihi. So always remember to the Lord Krishna, Lord Narayana, and at the time of death, remember him and leave this body. The human life has a purpose. If you do not take that purpose, and if you are behaving and if you are eating all these inauspicious things, and if you are performing all inauspicious things, there is no difference between human and animal, or human and demon, like Hiranyaksha. So, the humans, to realize their purpose, to come out of that Jantu Jivana. So, it's a gradual progress. Initially, every human being are imperfect, like Jantu, like animal. But by taking the association of the Vaishnavas, Acharyas, or by reading the scriptures, or by hearing the glories of the Lord, slowly the Jantu qualities will be transformed into a great sage qualities. So especially by chanting and by drinking the cow milk, or by eating sattvic food, and by keeping the Krishna in your life, auspiciousness will come. So here, this sloka is about inauspiciousness. Why inauspiciousness? Hiranyaksha doesn't want the Supreme Lord here. So if you don't want Supreme Lord, your life is only inauspiciousness. If you accept the Supreme Lord in your life is completely auspiciousness. While in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, there are 9 benefits of bhakti. One of the bhakti is one of the benefit is it will bring auspiciousness. Whenever you chant and whenever keep Krishna in your life, all inauspiciousness will go off. Prabhupada used to quote this sloka very often. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andakara, Yaha Krishna Taha Maya Nahi Adhikara. Maya means no Krishna, all inauspiciousness. So this if Krishna is not there, that is darkest. Like if sun comes, there is no place for darkness. Similarly, if Krishna comes to our life, there is no place for Maya. So there is no place for this inauspiciousness, and there is no place for this demonic nature. So we need to accept more and more Krishna in our lives, and more bhakti. Gita Jayanti is coming. You absorb it and give mercy to others. Krishna told that Priya Kruttamaha, whoever spreading my message, they are very dear to me. So giving Bhagavad Gita to everyone is spreading his message. So if anybody give Bhagavad Gita or that message, you will be more dear to Krishna. So we are all struggling to get some mercy of Krishna. So if you really want mercy, give Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad Gita knowledge to everyone and remove inauspiciousness from the society. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. Sir Prabhu, are you there?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Such a wonderful, nicely explained. So thank you. So let's chant the holy name 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Sri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha,
Jai Jai Narasimha,
Adesha, Jai
Jai Padmamukha Padmabhindam,
Ugram Viryam,
Ugram
Hare,
Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvam
Krishnam Bhadram
Ram Krishna,
Bhadram
Namamaham.
Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki
Jai,
Indra Bhagavatam ki
Jai,
all the assembled Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. Vancha
Vancha
Kalpatarubhaya
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Vaishnavrinda ki Jai.
Jai,
Mad Bhagavatam ki Jai.
Jai,
Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai,
Gaudiya Vaishnavrinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Gaur Anand Hari Hari.
Hare 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 Bo.
Thank you, Gopi Kantha Pr.
Thank you everybody. Hare
Please,
Bo, Hare Krishna.
yeah, please start to distribute Bhagavad Gita. Prabhuji was mentioned in the class. That's the only way that we can save this world. Please try to distribute as much as you can. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Bo, Hare Krishna.